What's up, everybody? Last service call of the day. The tenants are saying they're hearing some buzzing come from the unit. Sounds to me off rip like maybe a buzzing sound come from the contactor. But let's see what we got. See if we can get these people cooling again. All right. I do hear the buzzing. I do hear the buzzing. Let's see. Working on a 3-ton. Got the panel off. I mean, that thing is just buzzing. If I put the disconnect back in, oh my God, if I could not be stupid with it. So we might have a bad capacitor as well. So let's go ahead and test that. Alright, so we put the meter in microfarads. This old one was just a simple 45.5. Gonna check from the 4-prong where the common wire would go to your hermetic terminal for the compressor, and that's giving me 0. Moving it all around and it's still giving me 0. So I'm gonna go from common to fan, just see what that was. Still the same thing. So I went to the truck, got me a 45/5 of a different brand. Obviously you can tell these are 2 different sizes as well. So I'm gonna have to use band iron and strap this thing up here somewhere. But let's go ahead and just double check this one. Even though I got it out the box, it should be fine, but let's double check. So to hermetic, it's reading 46. It's within its plus 6% allowance. And oh my God, I thought that was really reading 3. 5.18. Reading definitely within its allowance. So I'm gonna go get some band iron, but before I do that, I kind of want to check the contactor for its ohms on the coil, because that buzzing was godforsakenly annoying. So all I did was just disconnect, because this is a heat pump, the board is right up there. All I did was just disconnect the low voltage plug going into the board, and then it just pulled out the contactor. So I'll have to go through a reset on the board when I put it back on there, but for now this is just fine. So let's set the meter to ohms, and from over here to over here on this side of the contactor it's reading 15. So I guess the contactor should be fine for now. I've always been told anywhere from 10 to 20 is perfectly fine within that range. And I'm gonna get a brush and brush up all these cobwebs and all this gunk off of here. So I'll be right back. All right, go ahead and get some of this out the way. Atrocious. Even on the control board too. Ooh, crap, that was a bee just swung by me. Somebody let me know in the comments, should I really be worried about that buzzing noise, or does that happen as the contactors age and start to go bad or whatever? Because I mean, I'm not going to change it right now because obviously voltage passes through it still, because I was still able to get that hum from the condenser fan motor trying to start but not really start. So I'm going to just leave it for now. Bro, this bee's about to get on my nerves. They keep flying around. Y'all can't see him, but bro trying to get me. Let me go ahead, get this put on right about here, and I'll trim off the excess when I'm gonna get it screwed on here. Oh, come on. Don't be a goofball on camera. Jacob's not here. Only be a goofball when Jacob's on camera. It might work right there if I get it in there tight. Whenever you're putting a capacitor back on, you want to try and at least make the size visible to the next guy coming after you. I go back on a lot of systems where like I gotta undo the capacitor, turn it around, and then I can see it. That's pretty good. And I remember from when I took this apart, yellow is common. I'm gonna have to push it down just a little bit. Dang, right there. Skip it out right this size on the bottom. Right there. And hermetic right here. Fan right here. This was the contactor coil wires. Brown over here. Yellow right here. 45.5 on it. And I'll put today's date, which is the 17th. So 45.5. Is it June? Yeah, it's still June. 6/17. 24. Wow, I messed that 4 up bad. But that should be it for that one. What I'm also going to do, because obviously, again, like I said, my 45.5 that I had on the truck is bigger than the original one. So if that goes out, somebody may have like a smaller 45.5. And for that, I'm going to leave... Oh, what the heck was that just fell? I'm going to leave that just kind of just right there and get it off of there so it doesn't rub up against that. But that's just in case somebody has to come back and replace it and they have a smaller 45.5. They don't have to use my strap. And I will plug this back in. I heard the reversing valve click, but just still got to wait for that delay on the contactor. But until then, I'm gonna start getting my gauges on and hopefully this thing will start up. Contactor pulled in. This thing's still buzzing. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as long as this thing powers up and runs fine. Let's go ahead and put the disconnect in. Man, that thing pulled OL on inrush. But it's running right now. I'm going to take a picture of that for our invoices real quick. Alright, so now I got that for our invoice purposes. Let me turn this off. Cut it back to volts, amps, and see what the amp draw is on this thing. 10 amps. And the RLA on this motor and everything should be about 16, and the lock rotor is 79. So I got them going for now, but I'm gonna let property management know we're probably gonna end up having to put a hard start on this sooner than later. But I do have my probes and stuff on, so let's see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and put the panel back on, take a picture of this pressure chart so I know what I'm working with here. So I just want to show you guys this. You know, this is running, seems to be going pretty good. Almost got a 10-degree split over the coil. As I was putting the panel back together, I realized that like there's a whole lot of panels that are missing screws on this thing. Like the top isn't even really screwed all the way down. Like this is just terrible. Coil's kind of compacted, not super terrible, but I mean it's bare. Oh, we got one screw. One screw here on this opposite side of the electrical panel. But really nothing else anywhere else. That's crazy. That is crazy. So real quick, again, my subcooling should be 10 degrees. However, according to the chart, literally on the other side of this side of the panel, because of the indoor temperature being at 87, I'm outside of the range to charge by subcool, but my subcool is already fairly close to that 10-degree mark, and I'm pulling an okay superheat, not superheat, but delta T right now. So I'm gonna say we're good. I'm gonna pack up and get up out of here. I should make a blooper reel for how many times I've tried to freaking make this outro clip real quick. I'm gonna just try to keep it short and sweet because I'm rambling for no reason. It was just a simple capacitor. I'm gonna let the property management know what else I found wrong, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Jesus, it was not that hard, Austin.